we're going to fight through.
Yo, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? What are we even doing here?
Yo, Wi-Fi fighting, but they holding it down. How about them J-era Maz ballers running Beantown? They say these guys are ridiculous, yet probably true. Like the 23 Celtics, they got a deep crew. Pregame Polly Papa trying to make some bank. Professor Pete repping Latvia, KP the thing. RJ's on the email taking fools to college. Joey, Matt, Timo, Robin, let's acknowledge. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? In the garden, fighting for a quiet spot. Jack's taking notes while the crowd gets hot. Irate, insightful, not a diplomat. Sam's got a long list and it's just for rats. Rat list your Wi-Fi, rat list your dog. Rat list Bronny, rat list LeBron. Rat list the traffic, rat list the song. Rat list that's getting too long. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? Might think they're chill, but don't get it twisted. They're not just hustling, they're highly gifted. Still new to the scene and making their mark. It's a humble beginning, it's a hero's arc. Sam's keeping it real with the Starkey vibe, but he's all in with Jack when it's time to ride. Your ass hat in the chat, Jack says don't come back. He's got zero patience for nonsense attacks. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Jack and Sam talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here?
Hey, welcome everybody. Happy, Tuesday? Last stream of 2025. Kind of wild. Celtics Jazz. And two special guests today, Nick NBA and Bobby Kravitsky, who are trying to get acquainted with each other before I hit the live. So I apologize for cutting off my two good friends, but welcome aboard.
Yeah, we don't want to hear your apologies now.
Nah, it's too late, bro.
Yeah, you stay on that side.
Celtics Jazz today. Utah winners of two straight, actually two good wins in a row. They beat the Spurs and then they beat the Pistons. 12-19 on the season now. Celtics coming off this loss against Portland. It feels like it should be a get-right spot for the Celtics against a inferior team, but we've already seen them lose to this Utah team inexplicably once this year.
I have a hard time believing that they're going to get swept by the Jazz, but I will say for anyone who just assumes that, hey, this is Utah, they're probably near the bottom of the league and probably tanking and probably not that good. For anyone who's not keeping up with them, they're in the top 6 in points per game. They're in the top 10 in threes made per game. So we should all know as Celtics fans in this chat that Will Hardy is a phenomenal coach who can make it an absolute nightmare to keep up with. And this is an offense that, fueled by Lauri Markkanen, is absolutely dangerous. And so if the Celtics, if they show up with the same type of mentality as the fan base, then they could absolutely get got once again.
Yeah, man. I start off the season in a preseason when I was seeing Ace and their offense is beautiful, man. And just as you said, Hardy has them going great. Keontae George, man, this is one of the most improved players in this league. Avdia probably has the award. There's a lot of people who can get it, but Keontae George has all three levels. I think he's averaging 24 and 7. He gets to the line a lot. The Jazz as a team are top 5 in a free throw rate. Of course, they scored the ball. We saw that in the first game, along with the defensive rebounding problems for the Celtics. But I'm not sure if anybody's out for the Jazz in this game. But I've liked what I've seen from Walter Clayton too. They have a nice young core. Again, Lauri Markkanen is a guy that's always been are they going to trade them? Are they not? Him or are they not? Their pick is top 8 protected this year, of course, going to OKC. But they're 11th in the Western Conference right now. I don't know if they do like they have in past years where they kind of start off like pretty okay, which they are now. There's 7 games under 500, but like they're 11th. They can get to the play-in if they would like to, but they might tail off a little bit. But just for this game, again, they beat the Pistons, they beat the Spurs, so we cannot take this team lightly, or we will get swept.
Yeah, and just for reference, Keontae is in, Ace Bailey's out, Walker Kessler, of course, is out, Kevin Love is out with rest today. George Niang still hasn't played for them yet, so he's out. And then they got a couple G League guys out. But should see Lowry. Did he play in the first game? I don't remember. I feel like he was out.
I think he did play, but he was like struggling a little bit. I believe he played the first game.
Get a look at him. Get a look at Nurkic, who gamed the Celtics in that game, which is crazy way to lose a basketball
game. By
game.
Big Nurk, man. That's crazy.
And Svi started every game he's played in this year. 30 starts for Svi Mikhailov. NBA champ.
I was also
couldn't see the
like
floor.
There shouldn't be such a thing as an unforgettable pool report, but Adam Himmelsbach from the Globe talking to, I don't remember his name now, but the official who basically was willing to say I messed up without acknowledging it in like the weirdest phrasing ever, to the point where even the league then went against him and didn't find Jaylen Brown on top of that. So yeah, that pool report was an absolutely wild scene from an official who was basically just refused to admit he was wrong when everyone could see that was the case.
That's bizarre, man. That's bizarre. And that whole like beginning of the season where like Jaylen was like, yeah, I'm not getting any calls, bro. Like I'm driving every time to the rim. I'm being aggressive. And he's one of the more physical scorers in this league. Like the way that he scores, he gets to his spot and nobody can knock him off of his line. So it's just it was just crazy that he wasn't getting the host calls. Then of course his free throw attempts have jumped up in the last 10 games on the season. I think me and Sam talked about this yesterday, I think, but he's at 7.5 for the season. Last 10 he's at 10. So he's starting to get that respect a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's funny that I was exactly going to go where you went with that. The free throw complaining from Jaylen has died off because he's starting to get calls, but that has to be like one of the top villain origin story moments for Jaylen this season. Just getting absolutely slide tackled, like red card in soccer type play for the turnover that kind of kills all the momentum the Celtics had built. I believe the Celtics were down in that game. They'd fought back really well.
Yeah.
Felt like they were going to kind of just finish the job, get across the finish line. That kind of killed all momentum. And for him, he's been unbelievable. He just won Player of the Week. He is averaging more points than anybody this month. Jaylen is on a tear. And hopefully tonight he keeps a little chip on his shoulder going into this one after losing the first game to Utah. The Celtics as a unit really need to get back on track today. They weren't very good aside from him. In that game on Sunday, literally it was like the LeBron no help meme. It was Jaylen with 37 points, and then everybody else was not making any shots. But another thing is they got to take care of the basketball.
No, definitely.
Yeah, that's the whole thing right there, Sam. And you wrote about this for Houdini, that him and Derek White, normally not an issue, but just not on the same page at all there down the stretch. So that's one of those areas that needs to get corrected quickly. And the Jazz, we talked about their offense and the praise that it deserves, but this is an opponent where you can certainly find your spots to attack and get those two back on track.
Yeah, we talk about the Jazz offense. They can really score. Their defense is not that good. They're 29th in defensive rating this season. So this is a game where if you just take care of your business on defense and you just have a normal offensive game, you could just like you said, get back on track. And yeah, we haven't seen Derek and Jaylen not be on the same page. Those last like 3 possessions, or those like 3 possessions where like they weren't recognizing the coverage, they weren't recognizing the matchup and the type of screen that goes along with that. And the turnover, like those two just don't have miscommunications that often, especially on the offensive side. So don't expect to see that again. I believe they can get whatever they want against this Jazz team. Did they score a lot the first matchup? I don't remember.
Let me see if I can pull it up because I had the schedule up here. Let's see.
Jazz.
Against Boston, box score. Celtics.
No, it wasn't a high scoring game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
Jalen had
Celtics,
36.
I remember people were not pleased with their effort for most of the night, and that Missoula, who will rarely call them out for that, was willing to do so publicly post game, and the players acknowledged it too. So that was one where, for most of the game, that was really at the heart of the issue. Was they just didn't have their normal level of energy that you expect.
Yeah. What game was it when Jalen called? It wasn't this game that he like called out the team. He was like, oh no, that was the Nets game that he
Yeah,
like
the Nets game, he was pissed
called out the team. It was like, okay, yeah, okay.
because they disrespected the cup.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sam, maybe
Look
they
where
were
it got
just,
us.
they didn't want that Vegas trip. They don't see it
They
the
should have
same way
won
you
it.
do.
They
don't share your affinity
enabled
for the cup.
they enabled one of the worst case outcomes for that by honestly, they probably would have got through if they just won that game against the Nets the way the rest of the group stage played. But that's neither here nor there. No one cares about the cup anymore. It's a dumb competition. Awful thing. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that was a weird game. Jalen was 0-9 from 3. That alone, 9 threes for Jalen tells you a little bit.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah, it tells you a little bit about them settling and like the effort level. Jalen is not a guy that takes that many shots from 3. He's gotten to his spots really well. He's forced the issue. Did get to the free throw line 11 times, but aside from that, Derek hadn't figured out how to play basketball again just yet. Peyton Pritchard was the only other guy that gave them much of anything offensively. So it makes sense that they lost that. They couldn't stop Keontae George either. Yeah.
That was also that game where NBA tracking said that I think they shot 51 threes in that game. And NBA
they went 11 to 51.
And then NBA tracking said that 50 of those were like open. I was like, that's not what I watched. Like that's not what happened. So they went very cold from 3 that game. Like majority of them were open looks, but 50, I was like, nah, I didn't just watch that game. So yeah, hopefully we don't go 11 for 51 from 3 in this game.
This is my favorite message. Let's go Team Tank. Didn't hear no bell.
I haven't heard Team Tank.
The bell has been rung. The match has been over for a month and a half. The Celtics are not a tanking team. Even if like the worst thing happens and somebody gets hurt, it's going to be really hard to out-ass a team like Milwaukee, who is 11th in the East. Utah.
Look at Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's actually like kind of climbing out.
That's the best defense right now.
Brooklyn's 6.
I like Jordy Fernandez, but let's see how long it lasts.
Yeah, you're right.
It feels
the Wizards
fluky.
are a bunch of intriguing young players that you can question the fit, and you can certainly question their commitment at the defensive end. So, like the Pacers are very much a tanking team. So I don't see the Celtics, even if things turn catastrophic, being able to catch up to those teams at the bottom.
I mean, the Pacers are 15 games worse than the Celtics in the loss column right now. And they've lost 9 in a row. Like, they have a head start on you. To catch up to any of these teams, you would have to, like, honestly, no, if the Celtics didn't win a single game for the rest of the season, less than 20 wins would still be pretty bad. But they're not going to lose every single one of the 50-ish remaining games. It's just not going to happen. You cannot be on Team Tank anymore. Trying to tank in the Eastern Conference is the same as trying to be one of the better teams in the West. It's just not going to go well for you. It's very hard to compete with the elite tankers in the NBA.
And what the Celtics are accomplishing, sorry, Nick, I'll try to be quick here, but what the Celtics are accomplishing this season matters way more than the off chance that the lottery balls bouncing in your favor. So, I mean, to see this reinforcement of this culture that they rightfully place a premium on, this exemplary demonstration of their infrastructure from the front office all the way down, and the player development we're seeing across the board, where I don't have to name the individuals, you guys all understand the growth that we're seeing on that front, to the point where this is one of the most encouraging youth movements in the NBA. That matters way more than if no one was really progressing and this team was fixated on being at the bottom of the standings and hoping for lottery luck.
Yeah, I didn't think the Pacers were going to be this bad, bro. Like, I thought they was going to be comparable to the Celtics. Like, they're both going into really similar situations with Halliburton hurt, Jason Tatum turned. Like they both had the same injury. They're both like comparable teams, especially when the Celtics traded away Porzingis and Drew Holiday and all that stuff. Like I felt like they were in very similar situations and very comparable teams, and they're just gone in completely different directions. They both have great coaches. Like I just thought that the Pacers would at least be like around the playoff. But they've chosen. I don't know if they've chosen to do this or like they just suck. Like I can't like if you.
Well, they've gotten some bad luck too. Like
well,
they've had a lot of guys.
They started off, Nick. I think they were at the beginning validating your vision, and then once the injuries hit, they were like, "All right, we're done here. We tap out."
Yeah, Andrew got hurt for some time. So yeah, but yeah, it's just like they're worse than the Wizards, bro. Like they have a worse record than the Wizards. There's no amount of money.
Parades of celebration down there right now. They're not the worst team in the East.
They're not. That is actually not what they want. They want to be the. I don't hate the lottery, but like I need the Wizards or the fucking. I need a bad team to get the top pick. I'm tired of these mediocre
bailouts.
I'm tired of that. Stop doing that, bro. Give the Wizards the top pick. Give who's a bad team in the Western Conference?
The Kings are not tanking. They're just inept.
You get a King. Like, I actually listen.
Kings are trying.
I like that.
The
Kings. Their ownership is just blah. But I kind of don't want the Kings to get a top pick because I don't want them to fuck up anybody at they draft. So let's keep the Kings out.
The young guys.
Yeah,
protect the rookies.
They got my boy Nick Clifford fighting for his life out there.
Clifford, Rayno, like I like them guys. I like Clifford. Even a Carwell like is a beast defensively. So I don't know. Just give the top pick to the bad teams. So I don't know. But
maybe give it to the Celtics. They should make a rule that every once in a while they just help you out.
Yeah,
the Pacers.
Like the Celtics should get Lakers
by the way, in this draft.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is just
They should bring back the regional draft. They should have did it last year.
Oh, they definitely should have did a regional draft last year. I would have messed with. Hey, but 2 years in a row
with the regional draft. I'll take it this year.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. So yeah, we don't know. We'll see though. We'll see.
Let me catch up here. Jaron had a good message. I'm mad at East Bay.
Yeah, I feel like they owe you that for ruining the cup for you. The least they could do is
the least
regional
they
draft.
Could do. They should regional draft. Kolek should come home. He should have been. Did I not say this to you over the summer that I was like, what if they traded for Kolek when it came out?
I thought you wrote about it too.
I did write about it. I actually need to share that because it was like the Knicks might not want him. They had brought in Brogdon. It was like there's not going to be room for Kolek. And like me being a massive state homer, I'm like they need to get this guy. But Ace Bailey, by the way, he has the worst case of baby face I've ever seen. Like he looks like the kid in Willy Wonka that gets stretched out in the chocolate factory. Like that's what happened to Ace Bailey. He looks like he's actually just 12 on the NBA court.
Nah, he do. But he like that. Not like that. Oh shit, hold on. He's not like that. I like him. I think he has a lot of potential.
Cut it right there.
Yeah, hold on. Like that clip. There we go. But no, I think he can be really good. He's athletic as hell. He's a very tough shot maker, and he has the chops to be a cool defender. I saw him in preseason guard KD like very well, and I was like, oh shit, like that can if he keeps that up on that end of the floor, then he'll be cool. So we'll see. But yeah, the Jazz don't take this game lightly at all. Team can really score the ball. Larry Markin and Keontae George can combine for 70 points like they have in a couple of games this year. And Urkic can kill us on the glass. He can pass the ball. So we got to look out for this one.
Yeah, with Ace Bailey, too, the way that they moved their veterans in the offseason, most notably Colin Sexton, that seemed like a signal that, yes, we have Keontae and we drafted Clayton as well, but we want the ball in his hands a lot. And we want him to try and not necessarily initiate the offense, but create it and have a high usage rate. And for a team like Utah, if you're willing to grow with the mistakes, and you should be, given the position you're in, that makes a lot of sense. So Ace Bailey, we're not going to get to see him tonight, but I do think the pairing of him and Will Hardy was ideal for him.
Yes.
And like you said, the tough shot making is the highlight reel stuff that just, you just kind of marvel at sometimes when you see it. But the chance for him to grow his overall game offensively, even while maturing through his mistakes, it's going to be very intriguing to watch.
And I like how Hardy, like, he has him like coming off of screens a lot of times. And like, if you had to come out and be like, all right, in the draft, if you would say like he's a great scorer, he's athletic, the one thing you're probably like, okay, he doesn't have the greatest handle, right? So if you're a team, don't have him handle it that often. Like, it's just that simple. Like, have him curling off screens, and that's how you get he's thrived in that. So I like Ace. I like their point guard rotation with Keontae, Clayton, and Collier. I think they can all pass. I think they use Laurie the same way that they use Ace. So it's like those tall guys that are really skilled. They can just shoot over people. So I'm intrigued in that. And this comment about Rui, Utah has an incentive to tank, correct? Yes. I said this earlier, so I don't know where the Jazz are going to go from this. I don't think they should prioritize trying to get into the play-in, but we'll see what happens.
The Celtics should just do the league a favor and win today. Then everybody wins.
I need the Clippers to keep on what they doing, because if they give up a top 5 pick to OKC, then
4 in a row.
I need that.
It's a team that you just have no confidence in rooting to avoid that disaster. Like, you're just backing James Harden, hoping that Kawhi stays healthy, and yet the league absolutely needs it to happen.
Well, they're 3 games out of 10th. So
there you go.
Like they're not completely dead. And the Clippers did not seem like they were going to be this bad. Every time we talk about them, we're like, I don't know how this happened. And it's true. Like, they have good players on the roster. Kawhi is still one of the best players in the world when he would like to be out there. The tree stuff didn't help them go into the season. Whatever happened with Chris Paul was an issue. And honestly, like, was he actually a problem? Did they make the right move? All of a sudden, they're winning basketball games without him on the roster. It seems that would be
the obvious is what happened with Norm Powell, and that they didn't want to give him an extension. And so you end up with John Collins and Bradley Beal. You lose Beal immediately.
2 great players.
So, I mean, they're an old roster. They had the Derek Jones injury. That was a killer. They don't really have like a reliable true point guard. Yes, they can have Harden take care of it, and Kawhi as well when he's available. But the roster is just so many disastrous scenarios have played out for them.
Yeah, people have been saying that Brook Lopez at just this season, Brook Lopez has been a better fit than Zubac. And as soon as Zubac got hurt, Brook Lopez started killing and they started to win. So maybe they should just trade Zubac. Like, maybe
what if the Celtics trade for Brook Lopez?
Maybe no. Maybe
is he available now?
He playing too good now. So it's too late. It's a little too late. So yeah, I don't know what's going on over there, but I do know that Kawhi's averaging 36 and 9 rebounds in his last 5 games. Of course, just had that huge game against the Pistons of 55 points with 5 steals and 8 boards. So we, as you said, Sam, when Kawhi wants to turn it up, he definitely can. So hopefully they don't give OKC a top 5 pick. They're trending in the right direction. It would be so crazy if Zubac came back and now they would just ask again. Like, that'd actually be crazy.
He's just Trae Young as a 7-foot guy that made all defense.
Listen, man, I need the Clippers to be good. I need the Jazz to bottom out or try to give OKC the least amount of picks possible.
Fuck OKC, man.
I mean, they already hit on AJ Mitchell, so they should be.
Yeah, they don't need nothing else.
How well he's worked out. They're good.
They should only be able to draft guys from Oklahoma, except Cade, Blake Griffin.
There are rumors that the regional draft is coming back.
I heard that. They should. They need to actually. I don't even know what the word is. Do it faster. What's the word? Optimize that.
Oh, Sorry.
Get it done efficiently.
I
You
was
guys
on
ever
the
talk to
expedite
your
wavelength
Go
there.
ahead. What'd you
Who are
say?
you talking to? Just
You.
me and Nick thought you meant the same word, expedite.
Yeah,
And then
like
you hit us with
maybe it
optimize.
is. It might be expedite. You're right. You're
Yeah.
actually. I was so wrong.
that's a strike 2.
Even when I thought I got it, I was still off.
It's okay.
You guys ever talk to your like non in the weeds friends about basketball? Like I had somebody message me today saying, "Would you do this?" And they had the ESPN trade machine up, which is usually not a good sign.
No.
When somebody's using the ESPN trade machine,
Yeah,
it's
right
bad.
away. You know who
This
still
person-
uses it, Sam?
Bill Simmons.
Billy
The goat.
Sims.
Ironic that he would use it despite his feelings towards the worldwide leader.
Very true. It's crazy that he's not on Fanspo.
They should have a ringer trade machine, and it's just you can only send good players to the Celtics.
You would think he would have created that by now.
But anyways, the trade I received was the Celtics trade Anthony Simons, Sam Hauser, Baylor Shireman, Xavier Tillman, and Chris Boucher. Would you guys like to guess where these players are being traded and for who?
This is literally Simons and the Stay Ready crew, like everybody.
Is this a 3-team trade?
This is a 2-team trade.
Holy shit.
See, that was the first side that this is.
Yeah. Okay. East or West team?
East.
Shit. Oh my god. Nets?
It is not the Nets.
Okay.
That was literally my first thought, though. Sam, what level of casual are we talking?
So here's what I'll say about this person. This person watches the games, but I don't think they quite understand how roster building works. So
Well,
I
I
would
mean,
say
5
like,
people in the trade. Like,
Is it Milwaukee?
it is not Milwaukee.
okay.
This was the trade that I was sent this morning.
Oh.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Trae Young, Caleb.
All right,
Houston.
buddy. Who says no?
Who says no?
They just saw the Photoshop online and were like, "Oh yeah, Trae Young to the Celtics."
Yes, yes. I don't know. I'm like, man, how do you get this to like? First of all, I don't know how you pay attention to the NBA, and you see that Atlanta like is willing to. The reporting is that they're looking for an exit ramp. That was the verbiage, the usage of to describe what they feel about this guy, and you're like, let's go get him. And let's be met with a situation where we have to decide to pay him or not.
Hey, yeah, then we have to pay him. I don't think they know that part.
Oh my gosh! And like the Celtics just did some cap escape artistry.
Go right back.
They just had to gut the roster
For Trae Young.
For Trae Young, you would go back into the second apron and handicap yourself and not be able to get depth pieces on the team. Are you kidding me? This guy is a loser.
Who, on top of everything else, a horrendous future investment.
Yes.
It's not smart financially. It's not smart on the court. It's just not. It's not smart. Like
he goes.
You
I would
have
add 2 firsts for us to make the deal fair.
There you go.
Oh, brother.
There you go. There you go.
You should show him the Hawks record without Trae Young.
It's actually crazy how as soon as he came back, they just lost like 6 straight. That's actually insane. Like, I don't think he's that bad. But it's just that's a crazy coincidence, bro. Or maybe it's
I have
not
another friend.
I don't know.
I don't know how much of a coincidence it is. And maybe there were some people in that locker room that weren't thrilled he was coming back.
I have another friend that just really thinks LaMelo would be a great get for the Celtics. He goes, LaMelo in the Celtics system would flourish. He just does like I don't know how to like explain to people like isn't LaMelo in like a very similar situation with the Hornets this year? Like he's getting outshined by Con Knippel, and it feels like when he's more involved in the offense, the team does worse.
Yeah, but Sam, think of the TikToks.
The TikToks, the stupid fucking shoes.
The tattoos in green, brother.
I will say he has the LaFrance clothes, so I can't hate him too much.
Yeah, see? And just
Have the
those
shorts.
pull-up one-legged threes, guard would go nuts for those. And then be
You could teach
just
Tatum.
blaming him when they miss.
Oh, man.
The point
That would
with
actually
this,
kill me.
this point guard thing between him, Trey, and John Moran is going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. I just don't like. I think you said this, Sam. Like, what if all three of the teams just swap point guards, like a 3-team trade with just all three of them, and just all right, different situations. Let's see how this does. So yeah, I don't know.
The NBA should like organize like a Yankee swap where all of the teams that like have like Trae Young, Ja, LaMelo, Anthony Davis, Sabonis, Zach LaVine, like all these guys on the terrible contracts that everybody wants to get rid of, but nobody wants to take back. They should just kind of be in like, it could be like a lottery. It could be anything. And the teams have like, they just randomly get assigned one of these albatross contract guys.
I do love that idea, and certainly holiday themed. I also, when Milwaukee, as much as we all kind of roll our eyes at them telling Giannis like they're going big game hunting right now, and then we look at their asset pool, you would think that their idea is one of these players who might be at a discounted rate. We mentioned the names there, whether it's probably not Trae, maybe Ja, maybe Zion, whoever it is that they feel like they can get that is a legitimately big name, but has these issues attached where you can get them at a reduced price.
I mean, that's literally perfect if you're them. Like, you just got to take a swing on one of those guys that's like, LaMelo's like, what, 23, 24? Like,
24, I think.
Like, it's just, if you're the Bucks and you're doing everything to try to keep him, like, why not? Why not? Why not?
I'm looking through like some of the contracts in the NBA. Would you put like any of the Cavs guys in this? Like, it is how
much is Garland making?
Like there's some Jaren Jackson, $41 million a season. You know who's in this that nobody would predict is in this is LeBron.
Is he
like he's expiring, but you know what he does. He's like, maybe I'll leave. I'm gonna sign my 1-year deal and
+1
hostage.
I control everything. So yeah.
Yep, and I'm gonna make you trade everybody. Clause. Does he have one?
I assume he usually does. Like, maybe this is the first time that he doesn't. If I had to just blind guess it, I would think
I would love him to be traded against his will.
Even if he doesn't have a no trade clause, he has a no trade clause.
Yeah, LeBron, you are a Charlotte Hornet.
Yeah, it's not happening.
That'd be fire.
Now, Milwaukee with Giannis, so that could work for him. I don't know if he would do that because I don't think he wants to live in Milwaukee, with all due respect. So I don't think he wants to stay there, and I don't think he wants to go somewhere for half a year and then bounce. But if he was open to it, then why not?
All right. We can wrap it up there. Tip-off coming down the pipe right now, probably in about 6 minutes. Thanks to everyone for coming out. Thank you for Bobby and Nick for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun having the special guests on this year. Anything either of you would like to plug before I hit the Joe video?
Now just go check me out on social. Cue up Joe Mazzulla.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, here he is.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your